Alright guys, I'm gonna play some Tour 10. I'm gonna get the bag set up, let you guys see the bag. So we have, this is the bag, quarterback 7, Guardian 4, Goliath 5, Thorn 4, the Reaper 3, Nirvana 3, and Malibu 3. And this is pretty much the best setup I have, other than I could use Hammerhead. That's a pretty good club at level 4. So other than that, that's about the best setup I have. We'll get into Tour 10, and I am going to be using the notebook app here, and I'm probably going to be using Kingmakers or Titans. I'll need some distance, but probably going to be Kingmaker. Make it a little easier on myself. Alright, so we'll try to play the holes as best possible here, guys. So this hole, downwind, we'll play this same type of shot he is. We'll try to bounce over that rough, bounce over the bunkers, clipping the rough and rolling onto the green. So this hole I usually play at 10% extra wind. So I'll put 10% right there. That's typical. And with this shot, we could probably get away with, since it's downwind, we can get away with any ball we really wanted to. But I am going to use a katana for its side spin for when we get to the shootout. So I'm going to switch the ball, katana. It's going to be full top and maybe 1 or 2 right spin. Then I need to make sure I'm going to clip that rough. Remember, it's going to bounce. The initial bounce is going to bounce further, and it's going to bounce further left because of that wind. So we'll put in 8-5. It's going to give us 8-9 rings we need to go. So we'll go 8. I just under did it. Hopefully I still clip that rough. I didn't quite get the full adjustment back. I need to hit that rough just a little bit. Rolling out onto the green, a little far away, but I think we can make that putt. So our opponent pretty much has to make this shot. We're going to make that putt 98 or 99% of the time. So hey bud, see what he can do here. Oh, he got the perfect ball, but no telling what his lineup was. It was a pretty good shot though. Nice shot. So we'll try to put this in for the win. Oh, I might have missed it. Ooh, just lipped it in. Got a little lucky there. So we'll go ahead and get right into our second match. Unless this guy, I'm not going to play him again. He might not, that might not be fair to him. All right. So now we got a par 5. It's going to be difficult for me to win outright. And it might even be difficult for me to get to the shootout. I have to use a power 3 ball, and I have to get to the end of this fairway. If I don't get to the end of that fairway, so I'm just visualizing landing right about there is where I'm visualizing my ball going to land. So to do that, I'm just going to move it over until I visualize that landing point, and then I'm going to full overpower, take that shot. Hopefully I visualized the landing spot good. It looks like I did. I need to get to the very end in case we get downwind, which I didn't quite make it there. Without getting to the end of this, I won't be able to make it to the green. So if he gets it to the end and he can make it to the green, he will have a clear advantage over me. So it looks like if he uses a power 5 ball and gets to the end of that fairway, he can reach the green with any wind other than headwind. So then he will have a clear advantage. So one thing bad about not being able to hit it as far as the competitor. But we'll see. This might roll through. Oops. And he got a little aggressive and probably going to pay the price. See, I can't make it there. He would have been able to if he would have hit the green. And I don't know what the thinks was all about, but he can, if he still gets the right wind, he can still make the green in 2 shots and tie me. So let's see what he can do. And he's got the same type of wind almost. He's got to go for it again. He's got to get to the end of that fairway. Or else we'll end up with the headwind, I bet, and he won't be able to make it. Okay, here he goes. This could be in the rough. Nope, hits a good shot. So as long as he doesn't have headwind, he will make the green, or can have a chance at the green, I think. No, he's going to have tailwind. So they favored him. So now we have to just try to make this. So let's do this. 6.4 on this. And let's see what we got here. So we're just at about mid club. So we're going to go 2.7-ish. Perfect ball. It was close. Good attempt. But he's got a wind that will allow him to reach the green, I think. Oh yeah, he can get there. So he'll have to just barely overpower. Right about there. Should be reasonable. Yeah. So now, since they gave him the win to get there, he's going to have a chance to go to the playoff, to the shootout. So that might have been why I had my plus number on still, which I didn't need it on for that adjustment. So now we'll take it to a shootout and see what we can do. But he did waste 2 balls to get to this shootout. That's what Playdemic wants. So we're going to be using the Guardian 12.5. So this is going to be tricky wind here, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick our landing spot. I'm going to do 2 backspin, 3 backspin, because that's what my driver will have. And then, actually, I'm not going to be hitting the driver, which is fine. And I'm going to add 10%, so I'm going to go 8 rings here. Or 8.5 rings, roughly. A little off on my adjustment. So it looks like he's probably going to sneak away with this one, which is fine. I didn't hit a good shot, so nice shot. So we will play him again since he beat us, if he will give us a chance, and see if we can't get our coinage back. And he won't give us a chance, which is fine. Oh, we'll get right back into another match here, and I'll try to get into certain shots a little better. It's hard to when you don't have a lot of time. That hole plays 20% extra wind, so I don't even need that because that ain't going to help me none. And I cannot bomb it over there, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do this, go with the katana, and I'm going to play maybe not that much backspin. Yeah, not that much backspin. I'm going to play 2 backspin, just enough to bounce me over that. Just visualizing my landing up there. Hopefully I didn't under adjust that. Perfect landing spot. It was kind of a visual of ring movement as I pulled backwards. So I kind of eyeballed my landing spot, moved my cursor upwards, and then moved back, estimating the rings as I moved backwards. Something you can do on your drive shots, not so much on highly technical shots. But you can see his rings, each one equals 2 or 2.5 something on his club, and you can see, okay, that sand bunker was X amount of rings away. That's basically all I do. Well, this should be on the green. Oh, just over. Not too bad. Can get that shot in. So we'll go ahead and do this. Get our wedge set up here. And 7.8. And see what we can do here with this. So we're right at max club pretty much. So I am going to play right at the left side of this cup, because I do believe that wind is going to push it a little bit, and then I'm going to play 3.6 on this adjustment, not the 3.7 as shown, because I'm not quite at max. If that makes any sense to you guys. Then I didn't pull the angle perfect there. I messed it a little bit, guys. Boom, get in the hole. Get you some there. And that's how you make that shot, I guess. These guys must really like their new gear ball. Trying to get them used up, it looks like. See if our opponent can get this shot lined up, and pretty much pretty close right there. Perfect ball might go in. See what he can do. That should miss to the right. Good game. All right, we'll get into our next match. Good luck. All right, let's see what we got here. So something I want you guys to think about. So I got 64 million coins. If I had lost down to a minimum amount of coins to play Tour 9, I would have roughly 10 million. 10 million would be the lowest I would want to go. And then I would go back to Tour 9. So I'd have to lose roughly 18 games in a row to have to start playing Tour 9 again. So roughly I have 18 practices without even winning, with just losing, to try to figure out Tour 10. This app is pretty cool. It helps out quite a bit. And this hole here will be another Nirvana or another Katana ball, because we can't reach with this wind and he can't reach with this wind. We just can't do it. So we'll make sure we leave ourselves a little shy there. We'll adjust our rings here. I'm just going to leave it right at 6.3-ish. I'm going to do a slight amount of curl, but the wind is going to help me already get it over there. So the wind plus the curl should move it around that corner pretty good. And that's all I want to do, is hit it safely into the fairway. Because he cannot make it over unless he has a POC 5 and a Power 5 ball. That's about the only way he's going to make it. Or maybe an Extra Mile 7 and the Power 5 ball. These guys sure have found a good use for those Power 5 balls. So if he makes this shot, we'll be at a huge disadvantage, because he will make the green and we will not. But if he mishits it good on the right side, he's in the water. So it's a risk. No, should be good. Ooh, close. All right, let's see what we get here for the wind. So we got 7.6, which is going to be roughly 5 rings. And we will just hit it over there. So I don't need to really put no side spin on it. That ball's going to want to go that way when it lands. So I'm going to play 5 rings even though it says 4.6 because I'm at 8 yards of extra power. That's the reason for the little extra bit. And then I great balled it, so there should have been plenty of room up there to miss hit it. And then we'll go ahead and change our clubs. Hopefully we're at short iron. So it's just playing smart, not putting yourself in play every shot. Even if he can make the green, try to put yourself in play so you have at least a chip at the tie or possibly a chip at the win. So you got to just play the course and the wind. Each hole is going to play different depending on the wind, and you got to understand and realize what the wind is going to allow you to do and not allow you to do with your clubs. Well, you should bounce over, I think. Pretty close. Not bad. So we'll get our wind pulled up here so we can input it. This Caddy app is really helpful. You don't have to spend as much time as you would getting set up. So we're going to play this at mid club. So we're going to play 3.3 as our adjustment. And I think we're just going to let it come off that heel back at us. We don't have enough spin to really manipulate it too much, but this wind should help it come back and turn back onto the green. Oh, stop. So, not too bad. See if our opponent tries to shot copy here pretty much. So what I'm guessing he's going to do. Not too bad of an adjustment there for just eyeballing it. And he made it. And that was all luck, which is good. Good for him. Nice shot. So you guys can't try not to get discouraged when people hit lucky shots. See if he wants to play again. And he doesn't. Remember, we got all this is just getting practiced up for because you're going to be in this tour a long time, so you're going to be playing it over and over and over and over. So we get to go first. We got a crazy win, 11.2, and we can't even make that adjustment, so we got to step it up. And now we got 9.7. So with the 9.7, we can probably make this adjustment a little better anyways. So there's 5. Woof. 10. 10 rings, and it's into a bunch of power, guys. This is not a good shot. Not an easy shot to adjust for. So we'll hit it into the fairway. So what I did there is when I dropped and readjusted, I just picked a visual spot to where from where I dropped from to start my next 5 ring adjustment. That's all I did. But it has to be done fairly quick or else you run out of time, especially if you're using the app. So we should be long iron, and our wind should be about between 8 and 10. So 5.8, they really helped us out. What nice guys. So we're right at minimum distance with this, guys. Right at the minimum. So I'm going to try landing it on this fringe here. And I am going to play 2 rings because I'm just out of minimum distance. So I'm going to play 2 rings on that adjustment instead of the 1.7 shown on the screen. And then I'm watching just the land zone. See how it landed on that collar? That means I hit exactly where I wanted to land. That means the adjustment was just about perfect. Came up short because I didn't know. Obviously you can't see the full ball guide, so I didn't know how much it was going to roll out. And then I'm hitting into headwind, so it obviously shortens up your bounces. And I'm assuming this guy is pretty good. I mean, that's 10,500. That's more games than I've played between all 3 accounts. So it hits a nice shot, just about buries it on us. So that's one thing about Tour 10. Once you get to 27, 28, 3,000 trophies, everybody makes everything. So almost positive the shootout hole will be a driver. So I'll get the driver set up. And then hopefully give you guys some routes for these shootout holes. Oh, this is I hate this shootout with a passion. So this is going to be a long iron shot, and it's going to be a 10 wind too. Wow. So 10.6 wind, and I'm going to play 20%. It's all 5.6 rings. And then I do not want to miss right of this pin because I will miss. So we're going to go 5.6 rings roughly, and slight curl to the left. And we just not enough backspin. But if you miss to the right of that pin 3 yards, you roll off to about 7 to 10 yards away. So I'm just forcing him to have to hit that shot now. And he's got a little better club, so he's got more backspin. He's got a little more control. So he has a little easier shot than I did, for sure, with the extra backspin. So this should be able to stop really quick for him. And then if you fly it to the rough, it stops really fast. So I made him get more aggressive than he wanted to, and he ended up hitting a bad shot. So, and if you come across opponents that are extremely good and you somehow get away with a win, just get out of there. Go to the next opponent. Don't rematch them. All right, so we got a par 5, so we're at a huge disadvantage, being that it's a par 5. And we get to go first, 8.5, which is just ridiculous for us, guys, with this club. So this is going to be pretty much everything we have. Full overpower. And a little bit of curl back against that wind. I know you guys are like, well, it's not against the wind, but it is because of the angle we're shooting. And barely made it to the fairway. Tough. And I had my 20% on. I need to remember to take this off. It doesn't matter into the headwind really doesn't matter when you're hitting into a headwind with full overpower. Only thing that matters is you can clear the obstacle that you have to clear to make it to the fairway. So if there's a sand bunker, knowing that you have enough yardage to clear that is the only thing that matters. So our opponent is not really in trouble. He can make the green in 3 shots just like we can. So with that being said, he is really not in trouble. So 5.8, roughly 3 rings, maybe 3 1/4 since I'm into all that overpower, which I'm just hitting into a huge target, not a flag stick, so shouldn't really come into play that much. So now we know for the next shot we will be at Thorn, so we'll get that set up, and we will be using that app to help with our calculation, so we don't have to do it all in our head or on a spreadsheet or on a sheet of paper. So it kind of eliminates having to have some of that stuff. So we'll pull the app up, get a number grid up, and then once the wind pops up, input the wind, 9.5, swipe it up, boom, gives you max 4.5, and we're going to be playing at about 80% or so. So I'm going to play at about 4 rings, roughly. I'm going to play to the wind side of the cup. I could use the power bar slider, but I'm not comfortable with it yet. Then use just a slight amount of curl against that wind. I didn't want to miss hit it, but I did. I was trying to hold that against it a little bit to get that bounce, not so much kicking to the right. So try to fight the wind plus the heel I'm landing on. We'll see, maybe get our possibly get to some of these holes that are driver shootouts for you guys. And with us having a Kingmaker or a side spin ball on some of these holes, that will give us a clear advantage. Just going to depend on the hole we get and the type of wind. That will determine if the side spin ball is a advantage or not. All right, see what hole we get, and it's this one, so we know this is a Guardian shot, and it is cross down, and we also know this is a 20% adjustment, extra adjustment. So, and with our opponents having Sniper 9, you know, all these upper level clubs, they definitely have a clear advantage over us. Other than I think he's about 3 rings off on his adjustment, so he needs a mishit left. So that mishit left really helped him out. But look at that, he's going to be 3 yards off, so he was roughly 3 rings off on his adjustment. So our wind is 7.9, and our play is 5 rings, 5.7. So we're going to do left side of the cup there, about 1 grid bar, and then we will play 5.7. So this will be 4, and this is going to be 5.7. And perfect ball. See how close our adjustment is. And it's not too bad. Sneaked in there for the win. Good luck, bud. Alright, let's get out of here. Obviously you can see the type of opponents we're playing. They're not fly by the night. They're pretty decent players, all silver banners. So we'll get into another Tour 10 match here, and hopefully we can get some good holes here for you guys gathered up. So par 5 again, pushes these little clubs to the limits usually. So, alright, this will be the last hole, and then I have to cook dinner. So this hole will allow us to, with this wind, will allow us to play any ball we want. Because we can make it to the green and 2 with any club here. Alright, see what we can do. So I think I'm going to use a, let me see here. I'm going to use a katana ball. And we're going to do 11-9. And we're going to do full top and 3 right spin. And we're going to land, so we need 11 rings. And we're going to land it right here somewhere, guys. So there's 5 rings, 6 rings, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, that might be in the rough. Can't miss hit it like that. That was to the downwind side, so it travels more. So now what we have to do is lay up to the fairway and then try to just chip it in. Unless he makes it, then we won't have a chance. Great shot by our opponent. So we have to lay up and chip in. So all we can do is basically get it going over here. 8.5, so I'm just gonna basically eyeball 8.5 and then overpower and hook it around these trees a little bit. And the only reason why I just eyeball it is it's a huge target I was aiming for over there. Otherwise you can use this the wind system. Alright. Well played. So 7.5 at max distance here, guys. So we're going to play at least one backspin. And then see how I am aimed to just the right of that cup, about 1 cup to the right of it. I'm hoping that that wind is going to push it right on the bounces. So 3.6, 1, 2, 3.6. And I'm just hoping it pushes it 1 cup to the left. It looks like it's going to be a little more left. Oh, I tried. So I'll rematch him if he wants to play. Why do I rematch him? Because he is not playing the ring system. He's just going off of memory and feel, and I can tell that by watching how he played. So if he beats me again, good, because he's going to, because he can go right there, and I cannot. So with this shot, I'm going to do a couple backspin because I cannot. What you can do is go like this and visualize 12 rings down, and it's still going to be in the fairway. So that's all I did there, just kind of looked, and then I'm going to curl it slightly. So I just looked directly down the line of the wind and used my phone edge as a guide to look and see if I had land zone clear through that shot. So he clearly has an advantage. Why would he switch to a no power ball? It's beyond me. So hits it in the drink because he's not paying attention. So now we are at a clear advantage. 12.9. Oops. 12.9. We're not going to worry about that because I already messed it up. So we're going to go full backspin. And then this is going to be a 3.5 ring adjustment, since I've messed it all up. So our opponent can't get there now because he got headwind. So now he's going to waste 2 highly valuable tournament balls. So that's 2 balls down. And he's got about a 99% chance that he's going to lose. Let's go ahead and tap her in. So it's more about playing smart, getting on the fairway, getting on the green. Not so much as bombing it as far as you can. And then learning the shootouts. Nice shot by our opponent. Well played. So that's why I chose to play him again. He beat me, took my money. I knew he was just playing for luck. So that's why I rematched him. And that's the only reason. So we got 2 more pin chests. Let's see if we can't clear these 2 pin chests real quick before I go. Alright. Get our bag set here. Driver. So this is the hole I was waiting for. And they gave it to me with headwind, and I cannot make it over there. So this is a 3-shot hole for me. So if he eagles it, I have no chance. So I cannot get to that fairway. So 11.4, and I'll show you, I cannot make it there, guys. I cannot get there. So I have to hit it right here. And to do that, I'm going to aim about center fairway. Then I'm going to adjust for the wind. 11.9. You could go full over power, looks like. I just really put myself in a bad spot. No, with all that accuracy, I got lucky. So he can get it pretty much edge of the green. My thoughts. If he gets carried away and puts too much curl on it, he could actually curl it into that sand bunker. Well, looks like a pretty good setup. Nice shot. So he can make 3, looks like. That's chippable. So technically what I'm thinking is get over there and 8.1. So 5 rings. a little over 5 ring adjustment here. And I'm not going to worry about that extra power. Now I got to make that shot. So we'll get set up with the Thorn, and hopefully we can chip it in. So we're going to have a crosswind. He has a headwind. He's got a pretty easy wind. But you guys got to remember, if you're breaking even, at least you're getting practice on the holes, all that good stuff. This should be good. So. 6.1. I think we're right at, oh no. We're at minimum or mid distance. The problem is we don't have a lot of green to work with, so I'm going to use 2.3 as my adjustment. Landed. Get in the hole. So landed right where I wanted to. I always try to check my land point, and then whatever the ball does from there is out of my hand. So this hole is not going to be good to us because we can't play where we want to. We want to play this island, but we cannot adjust for that island. So we're going to have to play right there. And then we're going to not adjust that much. And then we're going to go 6 rings. And that was just an eyeballed spot. And I'm hoping that wind, oh, that great ball's going to cost me because that fairway is going to bounce funny. That's why I don't recommend going that way. Because if you miss your land point, it kicks left or right. This is the route you want to take if you can. That's why I didn't go that way, because I didn't have enough club. So we got extremely lucky. But that's the route you want to take, the way he did. Alright, one more pin chest and then we'll call it good. We've got a club upgrade. Oh no, not the down and one. Alright, last hole. Gotta remember to stay away from these katana balls. They don't have enough yardage or wind resistant for some of the shootout holes with my bag. You guys could probably play katanas and be just fine. All right, we're gonna go stick with the katana ball because that's what we need for this hole. So we're gonna do 8.6. So we're at about 9, slightly into power, slightly into curl. That curl is just to kind of counteract the wind and make it bounce straighter when it hits versus being pushed way to the right. So I'm trying to just counter that wind and hold that ball against that wind.
What?
So if I play tour 8 and I play the 8 pin chest, or tour 10 and I play the 8 pin chest, 8 pin prizes or 8 pins that it takes, so 8 games, and if I come out 50-50, I'm fine. I'll be happy with that. That means I got 4 chests, all the experience, plus my balls, or plus let me hit the shot real quick. So this is 80%. So I'm going to play 6.6 on this adjustment, or 6.7 on this adjustment. And actually I'm going to land it on the rough here. So I'm going to play 6.7, 6.6.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, I landed a little far back. I landed way short. Oh, that's what I did wrong. That's alright. I wasn't paying attention, guys. I knew that adjustment felt big, but alright, so take us to a shootout. And probably gonna be a Guardian. All these holes used to be driver shootouts when I played this tour. So this is way better for you guys, that all the shootout holes aren't driver.
Out.
A good game. Oops. And good luck. Same shootout hole. We are only using a power 2 ball. 7-7. So get off to the side here. See, it's gonna bounce forward quite a bit, so we're gonna account for that. And that's gonna be our land zone. Gonna be just left of the hole because it's gonna bounce, push right. And then we're gonna adjust 4.6, so we're gonna adjust 5.2 for our 10% since I didn't add it to the calculation up here. So let's see what that calculation would have been. 5.5. And we made it in the hole. Good thing I had the whole screen covered up for you guys. So with the 20%, that was 5.5. So I was pretty spot on there. So the wind effect, well, you got to play for that bounce, what the wind is going to do to because the ball is being pushed in the air from left to right slightly. So that means that ball movement, once it hits, is going to continue on that path. Even though you landed exactly where you wanted to, the wind hit in the hole.
On the kitchen.
Cha-ching. Nice shot. So we will get to play it again, and we're going to do 20%. And we are actually going to 11 point. Oh, this is him. So he just missed it about 5 yards to the left of that pin, minimum. So we're going to put our numbers in here real quick. 10.5. It's going to give us 7.5 rings. So we're going to get set up. And I don't want that side spin on there. So I am about 2 to the right. And then I'm going to play 7.5 rings. 5, 6, 7.5-ish. I went a hair over. And then I fought that wind just a little tiny bit because that's a strong wind. Slight overplay, but I just needed to get it in the wind inside of him. So basically, you didn't have to get no crazy technical. So hopefully this helps out a little bit, guys. And I will upload it here shortly. Oh, let's open the pin chest real quick for you guys. So we're at 73 million. So that puts us up 10 or 13 million, something like that.
Forks in the dishwasher. You need more ranch?
So all in all, pretty good. Check this out, see what we got here. Oh no, could upgrade our clubs, but we're not going to. Alright guys, thanks.